What's up, BoobTube? Josh here today, and today we got the final piece of the puzzle. Check it out! The wiring harness came in today while I was at work. So let's open this bad boy up. I still hadn't even seen what's inside of it yet. Y'all are gonna see it exactly when I do. So let's pull this bad boy out. Oh man, would you look at it? There's a lot going on in here. So let's go ahead and pull it out. So that must be the main engine relay, or main engine harness. And then this is the trans harness, which looks about the same. And then this is the power plug for the terminal itself. Awesome. So let's go on ahead and stretch this bad boy out and see what we got. So I requested 2 fuel pumps, which is boom boom right there. And it looks like it should all be triggered from the same thing, but yeah. So let me go on ahead and get this all stretched out, and then when I come back, we can take a look at the actual the full harness. So there's the rebuilt Holley harness, all straight out. I've got a couple extra plugs that I really don't need, so I might cut them out and pull them back out and depin them. But before I do any of that, I'm going to actually lay it in the truck and make sure that I don't have those sensors, because that's really going to be a pain in the butt if I cut it out and then I do. So yeah, so I'm going to go change so that I can start crawling across the truck and plugging this stuff in. And yeah, I'm super excited. This is going to be pretty easy plug and play, and then I've got quite a bit of like small wiring to do to get a bunch of the smaller stuff hooked up, but other than that, this should go pretty quickly. And yeah, so be right back. Alright, so you saw a little bit of the time lapse of me installing the harness and stuff. Yeah, so most of the engine stuff is hooked up. I've got to build some stuff for the transmission. So you got 12 volt switched, ground, brake light sensor, and then constant 12 volt. So, and that's just for the for the transmission. I still got to wire in the actual ECU hookup, but that's gonna be easy. It's just plug it in and run it across and hook it up to the battery over there. So I had to order some wire because the guy that built the harness, I mean, he gives you a pretty good chunk of change for the amount of fuel, but I need about 20 feet of it. So had to order some 10 gauge. Also had to order the back side of the sensor plug, and what else did I order? I ordered a switch so that I can turn the ECU on and off inside the truck without having the having to worry about relay stuff. So it's yeah, because in this truck there's not a lot of 12 volt sources, so I'm going to use that source right there to power the relay for the transmission, and you can't have the transmission hookup or the transmission switched and the ECU switched hooked up at the same spot, because it will backfeed the ECU, so the ECU won't turn off. So that is that. So I'm pretty much at a stopping point for the night. You can see it's pretty much all wired up. Nothing to it. Did have to drop the starter so that I could reach the crank angle sensor, but once I got that on there, everything else is good. But yeah, so I've got some extra sensors in the back for future stuff like fuel pressure sensor, and if I ever do get rid of swap the truck or go back to cable driven, I've got the plugs for that because they're different than this. So let's see, I'm trying to think what else. So it's going to be at least Wednesday before I can even attempt to start the truck, and even then it probably won't happen Wednesday. So yeah, but anyways, I mean, the wiring looks decent-ish. So yeah, I wanted it to all come back around this side, but the engine harness isn't quite long enough to do that, so run it that way. But looks decent enough. Alright guys, until next time, deuces.